Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of The Boston Show. I'm your host, Francesco Tartaglia. This week in Boston, Mayor Walsh stopped by Madison Park High School in Roxbury Saturday morning to congratulate graduates of a business workshop. The workshop focused specifically on small businesses in the child care or education field. Graduates learned important skills like marketing and balancing a budget.
I've been in this business 38 years, but never had to do a budget. You know, I could see the budget, work with the budget, never knew what to do with it. This year, January, I was able to give my teachers a bonus for Christmas and a raise in February.
Mayor Walsh stressed that these small business owners were a vital part of the city's success.
I am so proud of everyone in here today for the work you did, for the dedication you showed. Because you don't know this, but the work you've done, you help me every single day.
Local students gathered at the Mildred Avenue Community Center in Mattapan to participate in the 9th annual Boston Centers for Youth and Families citywide spelling bee. BCYF organized the event, which pitted children from 21 schools against each other in a no-holds-barred spelling competition. The field of spellers was cut down to 21 from over 3,200 children that competed in local qualifying school bees. Some words contestants were expected to spell: Pfeffernuss, Nathonic, and Schipperke, which is actually spelled Schipperke. The winner of this year's bee was Emily Sun of Boston Latin School.
Diurnal. D-I-U-R-N-A-L. Diurnal.
That is correct. Congratulations, Emily.
Emily took home the title after 35 rounds of spelling, a new record. The previous longest bee only reached 21 rounds. As the champion, she will be traveling to Washington, D.C. to participate in the Scripps National Spelling Bee, the largest spelling bee in the nation. The Dimick Center in Roxbury held their annual Breakfast of Champions Monday morning. It was an opportunity for the Recovery Center to celebrate some of the progress that has been made in the fight against the growing opioid epidemic in Massachusetts, as well as discuss future initiatives.
This opioid epidemic, as has been mentioned, has reached catastrophic proportions here and across the nation. As substance abuse experts, business leaders, legislators, and advocates, we have a responsibility to be out on the front line of this epidemic.
Health centers like Dimick are out there on the front lines, providing essential addiction services and treatments that save lives.
Elected officials from both the city and state were in attendance as they emphasized the important role the Dimick Center plays in providing access to high-quality, low-cost health care.
Dimick has always been a source of pride and a source of comfort and grace to a lot of people in and around the city of Boston.
The center has made great strides in diagnosing and treating mental health issues, as well as rehabilitating those suffering from substance use disorders. Government Center reopened Monday. The T-Stop, which has been closed for 2 years, finally cut the ribbon on a brand new, fully renovated station. Previously, Government Center was inaccessible for riders with a wheelchair or mobility device, but the addition of 2 new elevators has helped make the station ADA compliant. Other new additions include LED signage, improved interior finishes, and an expanded fare collection area. The reconstruction also features an upgraded entrance with an open glass design, a stark departure from its former bunker-like entrance. Passengers can even get some nice views of the Old North Church and City Hall from inside. Mayor Walsh took part in the campaign kickoff for Urban Edge's Jackson Square Recreation Center Monday. The Roxbury-based Community Development Corporation met at the Kelly Ice Hockey Rink in Jamaica Plain to announce their plan.
All the kids in Jamaica Plain and Roxbury now have a place to call home for recreation. Once this is done, we will have completed a promise that some really good people believed in many, many years ago.
Athletes like Chris Tierney of the New England Revolution and gold medalist Christine Lilly of the U.S. women's soccer team were there to help support the project.
My dream was always to be a professional soccer player. And I know that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to pursue that dream if I didn't have a place to go play and practice my skills.
When I had the opportunity to go to a place to play, to be able to be a part of a team, to be involved in a group, my confidence went up.
Urban Edge has to hit their fundraising goal of $10 million by June 2017 in order for the project to be successful. The Dorchester YMCA cut the ribbon on their new Academic Credit Recovery Center Monday afternoon. The space is dedicated to giving kids the opportunity to finish high school by allowing them to earn credit towards a high school diploma.
If you're a young person and you failed a class in your freshman and senior year, how likely are you to want to go into a classroom as a 17 or even 18-year-old and to be with a 14 or 15-year-old freshman? It's just logical, you're not going to want to do that. But to have a place like this where you can go and recapture those credits is really an asset and a resource to the community.
The program has already helped 17 kids finish this year, and an additional 50 kids are currently enrolled. The National Society of Black Engineers, or NSBE, is holding their 42nd annual convention in Boston this year. Founded in 1975, NSBE is one of the largest student-governed organizations based in the United States.
Let's show the world that NSBE is dead serious about engineering a cultural change.
With more than 31,000 members and more than 300 chapters in the U.S. and abroad, NSBE supports and promotes the aspirations of students in engineering and technology. The National Society of Black Engineers has recently launched the campaign to graduate 10,000 engineers by 2025. Thursday, students at the Otis Elementary School in East Boston were paid a visit by Celtics player Jared Sullinger. The visit was part of the Read to Achieve initiative, which rewards the Boston Public School whose students logged the most time reading.
I am here from the Boston Celtics, and because you guys did such an amazing job reading during this tracking period, we decided to come and take over your school, and I brought some friends with me. You guys ready to meet them?
Sullinger was joined by Celtics alumni Leon Poe, a Celtics dancer, and a representative from Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, a sponsor who gave the school $5,000 in books. In addition to reading along with the guests, the students were treated to a live DJ and a spontaneous dance-off. At the same time, Mayor Walsh was also in East Boston doing some reading of his own. As part of the Read to a Child program, Walsh read along with students at Samuel Adams Elementary School.
No way, because
Who was it?
The rabbit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's take one more look.
I think the story wants us to infer.
Oh, that's what it is. Did you guys get that? Because I want that on the news tonight.
The Read to a Child program is a national nonprofit literacy and mentoring organization that encourages adults to read aloud to at-risk children to create better opportunities for their future. After the reading, Mayor Walsh took some time to answer questions from the students.
How do you keep East Boston safe?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, what we do is we work with all the different elected officials over in East Boston, and we work with the police department in East Boston, and we work with the community in East Boston to make sure that if we see things that are wrong, and we ask people, if you see something that's not right, let somebody know, let a police officer know. That's a great question.
Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of The Boston Show.